as opposed to the north direction. Does that make sense, Janice?
No, yes, it does. And actually, but we are staying safe. One thing a little here is that the generators work also have power, but our cell service is down as well as the internet, and that's why we're talking to all of you right now from our satellite phone, and we're very happy that we're able to get in contact with all of you to let you know that we're okay, and of course let our families know that we're okay.
And right now we want to turn things over to our Weather Authority team for the latest on Dorian.
Our Chief Certified Meteorologist, Betty Davis, and Hurricane Specialist Brian Norcross are both right there for you. Betty, let's begin with you.
Still a very powerful hurricane, maximum sustained winds at 185 miles per hour. And yes, it came across that area where Janice was with that same power. So if you're just getting home from work, and we can bring you up to speed on what's happening with Dorian. Slow moving still, crawling toward the west at 5 miles per hour, and it's 75 miles east of Freeport, Grand Bahama Island, Brian.
Not only moving at 5, it's down from 8 and then 7 and now 5, and we expect this to get to 2 and maybe even stall before it's done. It's moving due west now, and we can see this on the radar. We'll look close up in a second. But Betty, I know these outer rain bands, each one of these rain bands as you get closer to the storm will have gustier winds in them, but that's important for our local weather.
It is, and we've already had some of those gusty showers coming in today, and that's only going to ramp up moving into Monday and overnight into Tuesday. As the system gets closer to us, we're going to expect to experience more of those rain bands, and right now you can see how those gusty bands are wrapping all the way down, wrapping all the way around the storm down toward Andros Island.
So imagine taking this part and moving it over to right in here, which is more or less the forecast. So just take everything and move it this way, and what you'll see are these bands that you see in here coming over the east coast of Florida, right? And in those bands, the closer you get to the center, the closer you get to hurricane force winds and then extreme winds in those outer bands, with the worst of it being in the donut there, the eye wall right around the center. So that really helps us now that we have it in radar range. We really can get a good feel for it coming in. And there you see, Betty, we talked about the movement north and then back south a little bit, and now it's heading due west, unfortunately, directly for Grand Bahama.
Yeah, it is, and the back part of that eye wall, and it's all heading westward, getting back out mostly over water, for at least for a little bit before it moves back into some land.
Right, and I think there was a little disruption from the high ground, but that tiny bit didn't affect the top winds. And here you can see the sun going down.
cement blockhouse. We have, triple pane hurricane windows. We should be all right. And we're at a high enough elevation. We're not in evacuation zone A or B.
So authorities are saying that if you choose not